You're in desperate need of a cheeseburger. Yeah, I know. Can't eat when it's this hot. You guys bought the snack packs, right? Snack box. I told some, all right. So you guys aren't gonna starve. Those are actually designed.
Cheetos.
Yeah, that's no. It should have been nuts and Cliff Bars and.
I got my Cliff Bar. Yeah.
Well, I'm about to say, yeah, we got real snack. We got real snacks. We're still waiting for the sheriff's department. So at this point, I will tell you this: Border Patrol doesn't want to touch his body, and we've been waiting for a while. Now I did talk to the sheriff, and he was out calling earlier, asking to through my phone. My phone's dead, just so you guys know. It's hot. All right, we're getting our stuff charged. I just ran through that desert for a few hours running and recording so we can be as transparent as possible. But yes, we do have a child's body found. There are other bones scattered out in this area. Now this child's body, this skull, is part of a child's body, so let's say it's a child's body, and there's other bones scattered around. You can see where they're still decomposing in certain areas. You can smell the death on it. It is a child's skull. This is in a corridor that we are actively searching for human trafficking. There are signs all over that's been recorded and documented of human trafficking coming up through here, period. Now, apparently the ranchers and the people who came up when to my team, they told me that when they told them that there was a body that they found, this a kid, because they was wondering what the hell they were doing out here. We're on public land, but I guess the ranchers leased this part from BLM or something like that. So they didn't really have any facial expressions, my staff said, like shock, or they didn't want to stick around and help, and so they just kind of left out. We're still waiting for sheriffs. We got anybody? Yeah, just call 911 again.
What about Marana PD?
Just keep. Are we not in Marana?
This is getting a little.
I know it's ridiculous, but let's just do it. We got to get to the other spot at the same time. Everybody, at the end of the day, if you can, share video. Get the sheriff's department or someone's going to come take over the scene. I'm not dealing with it. I'll just leave 3 guys. We have a spot we need to get to fast that we believe is tied to this. And we don't trust them at all at this point. We do not trust them. That's because of what they did at the last camp, because of how they left us hanging for 5 days. And for anybody that's sitting there saying VOP doesn't coordinate or work well with law enforcement, they're doing this. They're running their mouths, because we work with law enforcement every day. Okay, we do coordinate. We try our best to do everything exactly by the book. But, nah, this is ridiculous. While everyone's doing this online, second guessing, some people are jealous because they're raising money to go do what we do, and we're doing it for free. And they don't like the competition. They don't want people shipping us supplies. They'd rather people send them money so they can have paychecks and have a paid staff and everything else like that. The wait and see approach, guys. Stop taking the wait and see approach. We had told you, we have a fob. We've already have another fob. We're building a 3rd fob. Because of this, we already targeted an area. We're building a 4th fob. And we're going to keep building and expanding and dropping veterans in these locations and lock them down for us. Period. They are trafficking our children. And it's not just it's the world's children. It's not just American children. It's just they're trafficking our children. It's the world's children, guys. They're all going through this corridor. And now they're killing them. Well, we already knew they were killing them. And now I don't know. We're waiting. Just go hunker down, stay out of the sun. Don't stay exposed to the sun. Go sit down. You gotta be patient. So, and I know this was reported. When was the first call made? I know Border Patrol said they're not doing nothing.
Had to have been like close to an hour ago.
Hour ago. So it's been an hour reported since
this is how they react to a dead body.
The call was made. Well, yeah. So we're waiting. Now, once the sheriff's team gets here, my team, the 3 individuals, Danny, you're one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the 3 individuals who discovered the cadaver, the child, and there are other bones, and some of the, like, we don't have any expert anthropologists or anyone, like anybody out here like that. We don't have any experts. We're just going off what we've seen and what we know. Now, we do know what human bones and animal bones, we know the difference between those. And we're quick to point out in videos, no, these are just animal bones. When people are like, oh, that could be a kid. Like, no, Trust us on the ground. Now, there are other cadaver bones, and some of these bones are larger, and so it looks like we could have multiple bodies down here. We're not making that up.
The femur was cut.
This is a femur bone. I don't know if you can see it, but it's on there, and you can see where this femur bone was sawed and cut. Over here by the site. Now we're taking pictures, we're collecting and documenting, so you guys know everything that we've seen. And we don't care if government officials or anyone else don't like it, because no one's telling the truth, and we're at least going to make sure you guys know what's going on. Do they got an ETA? They never put a call out. All right, they're just now sending someone out. They never put a call out. Would everyone please start contacting? I don't give a shit. Start calling people. This is the same pattern of what we went through last time. The next day, TPD was supposed to have a detective out there in the morning. Then they go and they're like, oh, there's never a report done. There's just notes put in. Okay, this is the same pattern of behavior we went through last time.
That's the cow bone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's a nice little fire ring. Obviously, it's not a temporary.
Now we're trying to reconnect. We're going to do our best to stay live with you guys. We are at the scene where there is one body, possibly more. Well, we don't know for sure if more. One skull that's been recovered is actually a child's skull. There's no doubt about that. We shot a video with the water bottle, and we posted some pictures so you guys can see the size of the skull compared to a water bottle. And I think they had one of their phones or something like that on one of the pictures. There was a call out. Now, I talked to a sheriff's deputy, and guess what? All my phone calls recorded on my phone. So when we just called the sheriff's deputy again, they said there was no call. Well, I talked to a sheriff's deputy about 30 minutes ago. He called me and said, we heard you guys had a body. I just got out of the thicket recording a video for you guys where we found those 2 abandoned structures that looks like they were trafficking humans through. We don't know anything conclusive, but it's probable, and it's going on my map as yes, until I see anything that says otherwise. And I talked to him, and then I told him, I'll get over there, I'll try to figure out where they are, and then we'll call you back. So then I got 2 phone calls. So then I called the sheriff deputy back, told him we're at the end of Manville Road, gave him the direction, said, all right, we're on our way, sitting here waiting 30 minutes, and our staff just called 911 again, and the sheriff's department said there's been no report taken in this area. So we're going to stay live just so everybody's watching what's going on. We want you guys to keep an eye on us at the same time. Because if we're a hoax and we're just going around and making this up, we're going out and staging this, don't you think for a second they would already had to shut us down, that they already would have come in? We allow them to come in with us. We don't care. You can come in and volunteer. You just don't get direct and tell us what to do. You're obeying orders or you're getting off the team. Simple as that. This isn't something to stage. This isn't some hoax. This isn't something that we like doing. It's hot as hell out here. It is hot as hell out here. This brush is very thick. But that's where they're hiding your children. That's where they're burying them, in very, very, very isolated areas where no one's going. Wonder how much other land BLM's leasing. How many other spots do we got? We don't know what's going to go here, but I'm pretty confident, without a doubt, I know for a fact we got a child's body. And I'm pretty confident that they're going to say there's more than one body. And nobody's touching bones or anything like that to taint evidence, because they all know better. So all they did was kick a bone over, but that's what's going on. So I don't want any of you guys talking about don't let no dumbass touch a bone and pick it up, because they're not going to do that. They know better. We told everyone before we came out, don't touch any of the evidence. Don't move it around from where it was, because then the police are going to say we were tampering with a scene, and you can give them an excuse that we're going to that we set it all up. So we just want the sheriff's department to get out of here before we get shovels and start fucking digging. I'd like to move on to this other camp too. Any questions? Yeah, I don't care. Share everywhere. This ain't being made up. And this gets everyone who says, oh, this isn't real, or oh, those people are crazy, or oh, those people are scamming. There's another nail in their coffin. There's another nail in their coffin. They ain't got the audacity to come down here and help us. You know, if they would quit doing this, we might be able to find the people who are doing this shit that we're trying to put a stop to. and we might be able to find a lot of these kids that are missing that are being held. If they would just shut up and come down and prove us wrong. But they don't want to do that. So I don't care what anyone's saying on social media. I don't care what anyone's saying on mainstream media. We're going to keep pounding sand and pounding sand. We're going to stay on these sons of bitches' ass as much as we can. Period. But here we go. Once again, same pattern of behavior. No calls forwarded, no record of any previous call, and now we're waiting again. So the clock starts over. So start calling, guys. We've called. Call them, say, hey, there's a body out there. There is a child's body out there. Get out there. I don't want you to call it media, because the media ain't going to do shit but twist it, try to find some reason to plant seeds and doubt. They're not going to report the truth. The media's there just to generate your revenue off all the advertising and brainwash your ass. We don't want your media. We want you to be your own media. We want you to don't sit on a TV or sit on your Facebook and see what's going on. Why don't you be your own media? Come out here, because that's the only thing that saved us. They weren't able to sweep this under the rug as easily as they were another previous instance that matches what's been going on when we found that sex camp, because we showed hundreds of our neighbors before they could destroy the evidence. We showed hundreds of our neighbors who know that children were being tied to that tree, and that guy who built it is a pedophile piece of shit who watches all of our videos, but now who's under watch all the time. And it's going to stay that way. We know not everyone helps. We know that people have family support. But the thing is if you're not doing nothing to help us, don't do nothing to hurt us. Don't run your mouth if you can't get down here, to see for yourself. Before you criticize, you come out here. And before you listen to anyone else criticize about how we work with law enforcement, we used to work with law enforcement great. We've got a 3-year track record. We've never had problems of them not showing up. We've never had problems of them not collecting evidence. We've never had problems with them not taking reports. But ever since we stumbled on the sex camp, guess what? We can't work with nobody. We can't work with law enforcement. We can't even get them to respond to calls. So don't listen to what all these superstars are doing with their executive producers, and they don't care if they're doing movies or documentaries or something else like that. While these people are going on putting on a show, we got people that are doing boots on the ground, and we're doing it for free. Don't send no one money. You shit these guys I got out here, supplies, water, they're going to need it, electrolytes, It's just like send them supplies, and they'll keep going out every day. What happens, we sit and we get frustrated, we get aggravated.
The rancher's first response?
Oh, they're not coming? Well, you know what? All right, whatever. I think...
The first response was like, the rancher's like, as if nothing happened here. And then, or as if it happens all the time here. And then they said, kind of like changing their story, they were like, well, nothing happens out here. Nothing ever happens out here.
So the reaction was they weren't shocked, and then...
Well, first he acted like he sees it all the time, and then he says like, well, nothing really happens out here. I was like, well, what is it?
Well, I'd like to have those guys. If I was going around in my backyard and someone found a child's body, I wouldn't just be like, I'd be shocked. I'd be like, what the hell's going on? I'd be on my phone calling 911. Hey, what the hell? You better get out here. The fact that they can just easily go off and wander off. Oh yeah, that's okay. Because we're watching you sons of bitches too when you see those videos coming up. We'll just be watching you too. Simple as that.
Ranchers are almost safe.
Can't do nothing about Border Patrol standing down and saying there ain't nothing we can do. You got to call the Sheriff's Department. And we're on a corridor. The Border Patrol's driving through here because of human trafficking and smuggling. But a body here has nothing to do with them, and it's not their jurisdiction, and we have to call the Sheriff's Department. So we couldn't have a government official, a Border Patrol agent, stand here and secure this scene with us. He had to beat feet and get the hell out of here.
They were relying on us and our phones.
Yeah.
On the radios.
If you go to the If you go to our page, below this post, I just posted a pin shot of exactly where I was sitting, right behind where this body is. And there's other bones scattered out here. So I posted it. It's up there with pictures, a couple pictures with the skull. So that's our location. That's what's been given to the sheriff's department. And we're waiting.
You getting air back there? Oh.
And some of our guys getting nervous because, you know, we went through this crap again. You know, and they're like, what's going on? What is going on with this? I mean, God's showing everyone that something's not right. He's not, and literally, we had a flat tire the other day, and he put us right next to the spot. We get a tip out here. We come out over here, and we find 2 old abandoned structures with markings that coyotes are using, and a coyote trail running all through the ravine. And then over on this side, there's a child's body. And Border Patrol's coming right through here, but it's not their jurisdiction. They said we had to call the sheriff's department, and they just drove off and left the team here.
There's a hill with a road that only quads can go up to that overlooks the entire valley. We're gonna check to see if there's a camp over there.
Yeah, I want to send someone up on that hill.
It's probably like that.
Might as well, if we can get anyone here. Right now, I'm not leaving my team, and we're not going to split our team up until we know that there's a sheriff's department here to secure the body. Because I don't want to take off and leave our 3 witnesses that discovered this site, our other team. We don't want to leave them here, standing out here for hours and hours waiting on someone to show up.
We should ask if they have a body cam before they get here. See if it's rolling.
Yeah, if any of you guys are coming down, bring body cams. We got Michael and a few other people rolling them. I have one. I haven't been using the GoPro. I'd rather just use my phone because it gets on everyone's nerves, and I like doing the opposite of what people tell me to do because it works 99% of the time. The only one I listen to is God. If you got a problem with that, then that's your problem, not mine. I ain't not listening to him. He's put me in the belly of a fish plenty of times. That ain't happening. Yeah, there's a family out here that deserves answers. Would this be BLM if this is federal land? I don't know. It's a good thing. Well, I know Border Patrol. I guess Border Patrol can patrol through here, but they can't secure a scene, and they can't apprehend nobody, apparently, because they got the hell out of here. And it's been over an hour since it was reported.
They didn't even have G license plates, like government official.
They didn't have government official plates?
No.
Probably wasn't a Border Patrol car then. Sometimes they drive around in Border Patrol cars that aren't government. Did you guys get pictures?
Well, no, it was a white Tahoe, and then they just had the suits on. It didn't say Border Patrol on it or anything. They just had the suits on.
They have Border Patrol suits. Did you guys get pictures?
No, I wanted to film them.
Did anybody get pictures?
No, not of them.
Did we, was the drone up? Do we know?
No, because I actually ran and flagged them down to
Do you know
pull
what
them back.
they look like?
Yeah, one was Hispanic and one was like Caucasian guy.
Okay.
Like he had like some combed over type of hair, but it was like really nice. Wearing like Oakley sunglasses, I think they were. I can't remember exactly. I know him by face.
We're waiting. I'm not going back out there to smell that skull and go to that area again. I've already done 2 videos for you guys. I'm not going back out there for a 3rd time. You want to trigger us, and then that, yeah. We'll wait till the sheriff's department gets here, and this way you all can see what sheriff deputy, what sheriff vehicle, who's going to have my team. Because I'm going to leave 3 guys back because we still got a job to do. We're just here to support the ones responsible for finding the body. They're going to be here to do the report. There ain't no sense in us being here. We didn't discover nothing. We're going to go over to that camp that we got coordinates on. And we're going to keep pounding this area. And when we get back tonight, we're going to be exhausted. But my team knows when they get through this grueling day, we still got a few more hours and it's brutal out here. When we get through this grueling day, they're going to sleep tonight and they're going to rest. So if we got other people that can come out and help do security, we need people that can post up in certain spots that we're not going to be able to watch over. But now after today, we're running them, and we're going to run them.
They lock this at nighttime, so they have access probably through that ranch.
So this is locked at nighttime?
Yeah. And then I noticed that they said that they had a ranch out there, and same with that guy over there. Like
anyways, the report's going to be given. The ranchers' behaviors that came up when they found this body on the land that they're renting from BLM was very strange. They weren't. Their faces didn't show no expression when they told them that there was a child skull over here and bones scattered around. And I guess they didn't seem shocked.
They have a little boy in their truck.
Oh you serious?
Yeah.
Had a little pointer truck.
Yeah.
And they had a straight face when I was saying
It was like a
Anyways, this is why we need more people. There's too few of us, and by the time we get to these situations, man, we're tired. So,
keep giving that.
GoPros, cameras, guys. If you're coming down, bring them. Camelbacks, canteens. We're trucking in. We're having to carry our own water, and you will drink water, literally. I mean, I probably drank about 4 gallons already. That's not an exaggeration. I mean, so we will go through water out here. Search and rescue are going to respond. Thank you. I don't care if Channel 7 in Tucson never heard of us, and I really don't want the media out here because all they do is lie. We're not talking to the media.
They said that container was cozy.
Huh?
They said the container at the Mexican.
Oh yeah, that one, that Miss Lopez or whatever. Yeah, she did.
In there for 5 minutes.
She did especially like, oh, it's a nice cozy little cell. Yeah, it's a nice soft, cool place to hold children.
Circular.
It's very humane that they hold them down here before they strap them to trees and rape them. Look, dude, we don't care listening. Look, our local media is about worthless. I don't know what yours are like. We already know national media, mainstream media is full of shit. We know that. They got no credibility. And so many of these Americans sit there and tune in every night just to be lied to. And they got no credibility. Well, even the ones that hate the news and you know you're being lied to and you still go back and watch them, guess what? You're making money for them. Don't watch them. Shut them off. Do what we do. They're begging to talk to us. They're begging for interviews, and they're not getting it. They're not getting it unless they come down. And I'll put them through a week of grueling hell volunteer, and they're going to earn their interview if they want to come down. But they're not going to be able to misreport nothing. They won't be able to lie to you. They won't be able to twist anything. There's some shady shit going on in this area, and the people some of you guys are asking questions, and we've been in this area. We've been in areas, not in this particular one, but we've been in certain areas. It's just like this, where there's shady characters going around. You can kind of sense something's not right, and anytime you're in an area that takes the sheriff's department so long to deploy, when we started our search and rescue, there was a sheriff's deputy's vehicle not a quarter mile down from where we launched. Go right past them. Sitting right there on the side of the road. They have sheriff's deputies that are out here in this area. We've been here before. Waiting. Wanting them to secure a scene. Hopefully this time they're not going to be able to not come. You guys keep calling. Just keep calling them. Keep pressuring them. What's the number to the sheriff's department, guys? People want to know what it is. Somebody look it up. Or if someone has it, you can post it in the comments and I'll read it so everyone can hear it. Look, whoever's saying for this Vice News called, message me. Message them back. You want an interviewer? Come down for a week and volunteer. Volunteer for the Coalition for Children under Veterans on Patrol. You volunteer. And I'll give you internet. Look, we don't need... The world is watching. The rest of the world doesn't give a shit. The ones that are watching and tuning in, they care. So we just need each other. We need to stand together. We need to be strong. We don't need some media. We don't need, oh, thank God Fox News finally did something special on what they were doing and all the great. No, we don't need that. We only need God to know that we're doing the right thing. And as long as He knows we're doing the right thing, it don't matter what the media says. Media will go out and lie and do everything they can because we're getting close to the people that they love to protect. And that's not all media, just so you know. That's just the people who control the media. This is not a mile away from I-19, not this particular spot. No. This is in between a corridor where our map said that, and the blueprints, the little train rails, and their little underground bunkers, and all their little cool little kitty shit. This is in that corridor where they're trafficking humans. And so since the federal government said that there's no evidence that that camp was related to sex trafficking, we're taking our blueprints, their own designs, their own maps that we got, and we're going to prove that there was evidence. They just didn't want to come down and secure it. They would have had done their job. We told them about the blueprints. We told them about the stuff we had. You described it to them, they're like, you know, they didn't want to touch it. So I don't know what the hell they're covering up. But I honestly believe in my heart something's not right, because I know something's not right. And I'm seeing God do a lot of stuff. So he's got something planned. We're just along for the ride. If you don't believe in him, you're going to real soon. Because you're not going to see him. I think you're going to see the devil. And then you'll realize how apathetic you were and how responsible you were. And we're all guilty of that. You know, we all get caught up in our own lives. We get caught up in all this drama here, this drama there. Meanwhile, we've got kids that are being held right now. They're being abducted. They go missing in government agencies. So people who say the government is abducting children, well, they're not lying, because they go missing when they're in government custody. That's a fact. There's plenty of cases to prove it. They just go missing. They wipe out. No one knows where they went. We already know they're being trafficked across the border. Desperate families will give up their kid as a partial payment until they get to the other side and make the final payment. No family should have to do that. No family should have to give their child up. And I don't care where they came from, what they look like, who they worshipped. Screw that. You don't have to give your child up. And that's the sad thing, America. This is how desperate some of these people are to come to our country, is that they'll give their child up to get over here. But some of you jackasses want to blanket everyone down here and want to come down, and I'm waiting for some of you dumbasses. You make the trip down here, and you're wanting to shoot beaters, and you're not wanting to work and do the work we're doing, because we're working. We're not standing around on top of hills talking about Obama, talking about Trump. We're not doing that. We're working. We're proving what we say is true, so no one can say otherwise with credibility. I mean, they can say otherwise, but guess what? There's no proof on their side so far, and God's only shown proof after proof after proof that we're doing the right thing. You want to go? No, but we're going to wait right here. So we're going to wait right here at this point. They were supposed to be here, so we're still waiting, just so you know.
I still want them to keep going straight rather than turning.
Where are they going to be coming out by the road out there?
Yeah, over where it was dumped, there's that barbed wire fence that looks like it's just a road that goes straight.
Do we got somebody down at the road in case they're coming? Or they should be able to see us from here. Sheriff, 520-351-4600. Sheriff's Department. Thanks, Addie. Love you. 520-351-4600. 520-351-4600. Call them. Call them. Before you end up with everybody saying, oh no, you're destroying evidence. Oh no, we can't do nothing. Oh no, because we will start pulling out the shovels and start looking around the area and start digging. If they're not going to come and do it, then we're going to try to show as much as plus, for they get a bulldozer out here like they got a bulldozer out there at CMEX. They know that we said that was a child sex trafficking corridor. They know that we are actively doing a child search and rescue in our area. And they know that we called in and said that we found the child's body. What more credibility do you need to know? It's not like they don't know what's going on.
They circled us with a chopper until we left.
Oh yeah, we have the chopper flying up over us. You guys will see that in my video when I even said it a couple times. Look at it. That chopper was flying over the area. Remember, I was on the other side of the valley. That's where we were. That chopper was flying over their area.
The second we left, you left.
I'm telling you. You think they'd be here 911 stat? Just to prove us wrong. Just to say we made it all up. Just to say we're mistaken again. Well, I guess you guys saw that skull, so they come out and tell you that, you know, that's the skull of a freaking 80-year-old man or something like that. You pretty much know they're full of shit because you saw that skull. That's a child's skull. That skull belongs to a child. Someone's kid is sitting out here in the desert decomposing, and our government wants to sit on their ass responding. And our teams are wanting to go out there to find the other ones. But every time they keep us pinned up here long enough, then don't be surprised if they're going out. It doesn't matter what they do. God's going to reveal it. But don't be surprised. Yeah. What? You found a coyote corridor?
Yes, sir.
Where?
That's running right up through here?
Yes, sir.
Is it a ravine? Jugs and everything? How far?
Car?
50 yards.
50 yards? We should have battery power. All right, we're going to go over. They're combing around the area, guys. We're going to find a coyote corridor. Well, apparently they got a corridor.
We got it.
All right. Should be charged enough out here. Let this one keep charging. We can get some people out down here. Any of my locals, any of our guys, you guys know where our location is. It wouldn't hurt to get out here because I'm going right over to the freaking camp where they're moving through, and there's no doubt about it that they're moving through it. And I don't care. They're not going to have time to destroy that whole camp. That's a large camp. You're not going to have time to destroy any of the evidence. So we're just bound around. We're going to head back. Just so they can't come out and say that this is a homeless person or this is a homeless camp. I wonder if these ranchers know our other ranchers. I want anonymous in everybody. You start digging on that guy, that license plate you got from his wife's car. You start digging on that guy. And we'll get what we can for you guys to start digging on the ranchers. You got this area right here. It ain't hard to find out who's running the lease.
We're going to run this backwards a little bit.
Backwards?
Right there is the end of the BLM fence, or that fence right there.
All right.
It ends. Right there,
BLM fence lands there.
there's Mexico.
There's Mexico.
Here it is right here. This is your corridor, your trail. There is your firewood.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Fire.
Some bones?
There's the bones from the last meal they had. Now follow me.
This is animal bones right here where they're.
Follow me, Lewis.
You got your pit. Oh, yeah, and you got these aren't human bones, by the way, guys. These are animal bones right over here. There might be some human mixed in there, but looks like mostly animal.
In Mexico and Tucson. There's more firewood right there, Lewis.
There's a
Now-
fire pit.
Now I staged
They've been
this.
using this area.
I staged this, did I?
Yeah. No, we had to burn all that and throw water on it and burn trash and then put a bunch of pollen and stuff over there to stage this.
The Aussie boys
don't
are
care.
following it. This is your corridor right here. That's where we found the bones, right there.
We got a team back in the car. We're just going to get out and walk around the outer perimeter just to see if something else comes up.
Here it is.
You got anything over there? Trailed? All right. Hold on, I got some debris over here. I want to go check it. Good down. Hey, you see where that bag's hanging up there in that tree?
Yeah.
A plastic bag?
Yeah.
They like to put the jugs on long poles. Search around that area where that plastic bag's popped up there on that tree. Then we'll cut over here. It's like this phone's battery's going down, so I'm not going to be able to be out here much longer. I'm going to get back in there so we can charge. I'm going to lose you guys. Guys, yeah, battery packs. We'll need those for our phones, man.
Hey, come on down this way. Film it up that way.
Huh? Well, we know where that part is, where they came through.
This is the fire pit. There's Mexico. There's where we found the bones. Look up there. That is heavily traveled right there. All the black water jugs. Tell them why we have black water jugs.
Black water jugs. White water jugs, they reflect light. And if people are flying over or on top of the mountains or anybody looking, they can see reflection from the clear water jugs. So a lot of the ones running bad stuff, they're going to have black water jugs. At the end of the BLM line, we already got body. Just want to get back and check. We know how they like these ravines, and this is a good shady thicket area. This is the place they like to. You guys look around and check for trees. Any big ones that might have restraints on them. If they're here, God will show us. good traffic here. Just waiting for the sheriff's department to get out here. But no, you just got to keep us bogged down, don't you? Can't keep. They know the minute I get cut loose, we go to the next spot. Do everything they can to slow us down. And if we leave the crime scene, everybody's pissed off. If we stay insecure, everybody's pissed off. I just want bodies. I don't care if you're not doing nothing in America. Get down here to Arizona fast as you can. It must have been one of our guys, because if it's a coyote or something, it's going to be Mexican shoes. You won't see tread like that out here, more than likely. Game trail, the soft sand. We're just circling around the perimeter to see if there's anything else we can see. Sick pedophiles better start praying to your master, because mine's coming for you. And he's pissed off. More than likely, cushion when it's sitting there, you'll have some scout sitting under a tree. We've shown you those before. Just watching, and there is that trail that runs there, just so you know there is that trail. This is a trafficking corridor where bodies are coming up from Mexico. There is a child's body out here and bones that point to more than one body. And let's see if the sheriffs have come back yet. There's just too much to search. But we're going to keep going and going and going and going. I don't believe in coincidence. I know God's trying to show everybody something. You can't explain none of this. I don't believe in no coincidence. Either this is staged and it's all made up, or it's God. It can't be in between. It can't be both. It's one or the other. You know how huge this desert is? You know the probability of one of our teams coming across a body out over here? A child's body of all things. Do you know the probability of that? That's God. It's the only way to explain it. He's trying to show everybody. He's showing you. He's using us as hands and feet, and he's showing you this is really happening. And if you really care about the kids, then get out here. If you can't get out here, supply the guys that are out here. And make sure you're watching for people who are trying to make money. We don't want no one perverting this mission. God will bless it as long as no one's making money, as long as no one's profiting. We're not going to profit off the death of children. We're not going to beg you for money so we can form a nonprofit and then we get paid to go out because the children are dying and being abducted. That's some sick shit. We'll do it for free. We'll keep going for free. But we need bodies down here. We need bodies to do a search. And I'm telling you, we got a lot of searching to do. If you can't handle the heat, but you can bring your camper down and park up somewhere for us and watch a hill, then come on down. You got four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and quads, come on down. God's going to provide everything his hands and feet require. And that includes gloves and shoes, my friends. He's not going to let us down. He hasn't yet so far. We're still waiting. And no, that's not the sheriff's car. That's actually an old sheriff's car that we use. But that's one of our volunteers' car. There's no real sheriffs. We got no sheriffs out here yet. Keep calling. That's it. They're afraid. This is going to revisit that camp they bulldozed. Now they're going to have to explain how in the hell are we on the right human trafficking corridor if what we found wasn't related to human trafficking. So they're scared. Let them stall, let them scramble, let them try to figure out how they're going to spin this one. But they need to get out here and do their damn jobs. And let's see what we got going on over here. Since I'm waiting for them. No helicopters. Helicopters were here early. They were real interested in my team when they were searching over there. I got them on a live video. But man, ever since that body's been found, what happened? Deja vu. Ghost. Everybody's gone. God's trying to show you guys something big, and I don't know what it is, but I pray you listen to him, and I pray you respond. Peppermints. They're still filled, kind of newish. Hey! I'm gonna leave that here and mark that. Those aren't old, those are like new, unless one of our guys dropped some peppermints and someone that was out here recently would have. You're tuning in, we've got a child's body and we're still waiting for help. I talked to a sheriff deputy, he was en route, and then after about 45 minutes, they called again, and then they said the sheriff's deputy that there was never a report and that they didn't know that there was a call out in this area. And now we're still waiting. Same thing, same pattern, same thing. I need more, guys, we need more good people down here. Because apparently the people who are supposed to be watching over and protecting us are watching over and protecting the pedophiles and the elitists and the perverts and the criminals and the cartels. They're not watching over our children. If they were, we wouldn't have a dead body out here right now. And if they cared, they would have been out here a long time ago. And now they're pulling this. We haven't. We got a plane anywhere? That's just regular. That's just people flying. They're probably going over to Paris or something. Just enjoying the world, flying over dead children in the desert. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna put this in right now. And we'll just set and we'll just try to stay alive.
Or you just sit right here. He's got a better charger in here.
Alright.
I don't think they're coming.
Huh?
I really don't think they're gonna come.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
Really not that important, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come.
So they didn't make the excuse.
People are just gonna keep calling and calling and calling, and they're gonna have to come.
Alright. How about some of us run up the road? Got a problem with that?
I don't want no one that was involved with the body. So who found body parts? Who found cadaver? Danny? Who's the other one? You? Who else? There's 3, right?
Yeah. It was me and Paston.
Yeah, but those other ones, I'm pretty sure just cow bones.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure the other one.
You got some other ones that are cow bones in that pile over there? All right.
Yeah.
Can't tell. But
Everywhere there's bone spots around there, we want them to check. But that's a child skull.
Preston
There's no doubt about that.
What was that?
Preston thought one of them was a jawbone, but
Well, yeah, there was jawbones there, but those jawbones, those weren't. That wasn't a child's jawbone. That's all over there. That was like a baby calf jawbone.
okay.
Yeah.
That's all we found.
But the skull, you guys, that's definitely a child. That's definitely a human child skull, and it stinks, and it's still kind of fresh, and all the teeth are ripped out. This is how your government's ready to respond to your border if your children are being killed or murdered or they've been buried. This is how fast your government can respond. Border Patrol just said, nope, not us, drove out of here. Sheriff's Department said, where are you? We're on our way. Then when we told them the location, never heard back, called back to the sheriff.
I bet they have
Yeah, upset the apple cart.
Oh yeah, and you guys, militia guys, ready to go to war and everything like that. I mean, we've got hikers and cyclists and all kinds of outdoor people that like activity that's coming out to volunteer with us. This is grueling, but they're really good for the heat. Michael's still down there scouring around the point. So once again, we're still waiting for Sheriff's Department. We're in big trouble if this is how fast they can respond to bad guys crossing the border. That's all I'm going to say. We're in big trouble. You guys better wake up and realize that they can't even cover 1/10 of the area down here, and they're just putting up a big illusion and taxing the hell out of you for providing a service that they can't even fulfill their promise for. And then they don't pay their boots on the ground jack shit, so then a lot of them end up getting bribed or going off the corruption, or they just don't care. They end up being assholes. There's no littering. All these signs have been kind of shot and blown up out here. The BLM is securing hundreds of millions of freaking acres of land across the country, but they can't manage it all. But the Bureau of Land Management, but they can't manage it all. Border Patrol is securing our border, but they can't secure it, and they can't stop up here and take time to see the skull and the body of a dead child. It's not their kid, so they're not worried about it. Apparently they're not worried about it. And my way of being sarcastic, and this is my way of staying calm. So for people who are saying, oh, I shouldn't act like this and I shouldn't be this way, you know what? Why don't you get off your ass, come down here and do what we're doing before you criticize? Because at least we're doing while you're criticizing. You come down here and stand here and feel the frustration of your team, and you're sitting there and you know right away, here it is again. This is more proof. We know what we're talking about. We're on the right trail. And then you see what the government's doing right now. Look. Nothing. Yet we're the crazy ones. We're the crazy ones, right? We're the crazy ones. We're the conspiracy theorists. We're the liars. We're the scammers. We're the frauds. We can't call scammers or frauds, jackasses, because we don't take no money. Period. We're not getting paid. We're actually paying to come out here to do this and volunteer in our own time. And we have every legal right to do that all we want. It's protected by the First Amendment. You guys make every excuse they can so they can't get off their ass and come help children. Or hold their own government accountable. I'm going to tell you something. This government ain't my government no more. This government is not my government. I'm not going for 3 strikes, you're out. Doesn't matter what type of president you got, people. The system itself is corrupt and rotten to the core. And you don't see no one cleaning house. They're just replacing one corrupt politician with another. One corrupt agency leader with another. One corrupt banker with another. They're not putting no honest people in power.
That guy had a kid in his car.
Yeah. Well, God revealed it. He has a plan. So I guess he's showing you guys right now. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of. I just think he's showing you guys right now that, one, you cannot trust our government. That's a fact. You cannot trust them. You can't trust them. You can't count on your first responders because they're all understaffed and undermanned, and a lot of them down here on the border, most of Border Patrol, most of them, I'm sorry, but a whole clear majority of them, they're either apathetic or they're bought and paid off. And the good ones we have are completely outnumbered and powerless, and guess what happens if they start pushing back or trying to expose something? They end up accidentally getting shot on the border, or they end up accidentally getting surrounded by gangs so they get taken out. And I'm pacing right now because I'm angry. I'm angry. If you were out here right now, you'd be pissed off too. And you still smell it. That's all right. There's no human trafficking going on. What we uncovered was nothing but a homeless camp, they said. Well, so far, God's proven them right 3 times since we've left. 3 big times he said, sent us out somewhere. We're on the right track. Sick pedophiles, they better start sacrificing more babies to give their master more power, because my God's coming for them. My God's coming for them. Sheriff ain't coming for them. Border Patrol don't give a shit. There ain't no one down here in Tucson government that gives a shit that's coming out. But my God will. My God's gonna come for him. Hey, he's gonna send us. His thing is, he's gonna send us. We don't have a choice. We're gonna keep going out, and he's gonna send us. So you might as well say it in a roundabout way, we're coming for you. God's just using us. But you know what? Every one of us is down here after seeing and gone through what we've gone through. We can't wait for that moment because we have total faith in our God. And we know at the end, yeah, he's got something big in store. And it's not to hurt us. It's not to hurt us. At the end of the day, when all this is done, he's going to be blessing everyone who came out and put feet on this ground and got their skin burned and their arms all chopped up and cut up and went out and found these kids, found where they're trafficking them through, shut down these corridors that they're just able to use left and right. Because the government doesn't have the resources, but they want to tell you a wall's going to help on this border. Oh, shit. We need a wall of combat veterans and veterans down here. That's the only wall we need. You got dust inbound? Well, yeah, all right, here. We'll see. Flip this around. See it? It's like a... Yeah, it looks like a dust devil there. That's all that is. Yeah, that's a dust devil. That's definitely not the sheriff's department and the government coming in full force to secure this scene, because they don't want to do that. Then it brings up all that Pizzagate, Podesta, the Molesta, all this other shit. All this other shit they don't want to talk about, says it ain't true. They don't want to come do their job. If you were out here with your family right now and you called 911 because some coyotes were coming up through our area and they try to snatch you with their kids and they got guns, guess what? You're screwed. This is how fast you get a 911 call when a child's body is found. Active shooting? Oh no, they're going to wait another hour. You're going to have to find a way to hold them off for your own. And this is total bullshit because there was a sheriff's deputy's vehicle not freaking 5 miles east of our location an hour ago. They definitely don't want this spot dug up. They don't want this spot dug up. And they don't want us going to that other camp, apparently, to deal with that issue either. Danny, you got your phone?
My phone's dead.
Your phone's dead too. Okay. On camera. I guess we're gonna wait. I really want to get over to that.
I'm gonna call him again.
I really want to keep calling. I guess we got everyone else calling him. But I'm saying is we're losing. You see that sun going down, and you know what I mean. And that's a trek we got to go to get down to that other place. So.
Coming in, did you get confused with going straight or going right? No.
Nah, we just stayed in and followed the road and curved around that tree and went in.
Hoping they didn't use that as an excuse.
They've got an exact location point of where we are. They've been told where we are. They come right here. We're right at this gate. I'm fucking... if I was to call out all Americans and say we're surrounding this national forest with long guns, you'd have every government agency and their mother trying to get down here to do something against us. But you call upon them, you know what? So we're still out here watching over a child's body that's dead. Yeah, we're still out here watching over a child's fucking body. Calm down. That's okay. All they're doing is adding fuel. They just filled up my tank. I'm good to go for another year now. They just keep pissing me off. That's it. We're just going to keep going. 3 months my ass. Now they're getting a year. Now they're getting a year of us tracking and following and shutting down every one of these little sick sex camps they got. These places where they're stashing the bodies. Look. All right. Still waiting for the sheriff. This phone's got a charge, so I'm about to get it in, put it on the charger. Mine's still charging. Charging slow because of the heat. So, agua.
Ditto.
Thank you. This is our drone guy. That's how he is on, so you don't need to know his name. He's a drone guy. Hold on. I'm gonna go like this. I know, should we fly the drone up? Here, you want to charge this in?
Yeah, I got it.
And you got a low battery too, so you might want to charge it. Huh? Oh, hold on. Yeah, charge it in. We got him coming in now, guys.
Everybody,
Charging it.
slow clap when they get here. Serious.
Wait, we gotta film this. Someone film this. Get your camera out.
Get your GoPros on. Let's go.
Ask him about his body cam and if it's recording.
That doesn't look like the sheriff, does it?
Finally here. Hey, who's got that battery pack?
Do I turn evidence up? I'm handling evidence right now.
Yeah. Wait,
If it doesn't automatically turn on, hit that button when you plug it in.
Thank you.
Huh? Wait.
Yeah, for right now. We're gonna see how they act.
Okay, so who is Justin? Who's the one that found skull originally? Alright, those are the ones I really want to talk to first, because obviously if I try talking to everybody here, it's gonna go chaos.
My
And I won't get
staff,
anything
only
done.
the ones that are involved with it are staying. I'm taking everyone else out. I got another grid to search. You
Okay,
guys
that's
have
fine.
only
Well,
the people involved.
You made the original phone call, right?
No, I did not.
Who's that?
Okay, so what happened the first time is there was someone by the name of Lewis. I'm assuming it's you.
No.
Got a phone call from, well, I'm just saying what we know.
Okay.
Got a phone call, we got transferred from BLM. I don't know if that's who you guys called or not. Okay, so Lewis is the person you want to talk to. Okay, so that's where the confusion came from.
Yeah, I was searching
So,
the other
okay,
valley.
let me finish then. So what happened with there is I tried calling you numerous times, tried texting, never got a response because the coordinates that were given show in the Sierra Colorado mountains. That's obviously nowhere near here.
We
So
talked
that
to
is-
Border Patrol and asked them if they can phone you in because they have better contact and radios,
Okay,
and
let
they
me
just
finish.
Okay,
let me
I'm sorry.
finish because that's where this confusion came from. Sierra Colorado's are what 40 plus miles that way, at least I don't even know. So that's where the initial confusion came in, and then I couldn't get a hold of you because that's the only number we had. And then I tried getting a hold of the BLM guys, and they said that's the coordinates they got. They confirmed it with whoever, and that's the exact coordinates we got.
this originated with
So-
BP though.
Okay,
So
let me finish. That's where the confusion came part because I couldn't get a hold of anybody, so I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go. The one
Okay.
deputy, let me finish. The one deputy then was able to get a hold of, I'm presuming you, in Green Valley, and said it was in the Ironwood. Ironwood's huge. Once again, I don't know where to go. So finally, when I guess you're doing the Facebook Live or whatever you're doing, so
I
people are
told him
coming in.
Millville, or the Manville Road.
We didn't know that at
I
first.
spoke to him and told him
Okay,
specifically
but I'm
we're on
telling
that
you,
road.
it didn't come to me.
Okay.
BP
that's
is their. I contacted
Let me
them.
finish. Let me finish. I don't have direct radios with BP. They can pick up a phone and call
Understood.
me.
Okay.
That's all. That's how we talk. I don't talk to them on the radio.
All right.
All right. So, and if that didn't get relayed, it didn't get relayed. But ultimately, I want to explain to you why there was a delay. It's about 2 hours, which honestly, realistic, is not that bad. It's bad, but we could have done better. But we didn't know where it was, and we couldn't get a hold of you or anybody in your group.
That's understandable.
So once I
appreciate
finally,
that.
once that person, Justin or whoever it was that called in again.
I'm Preston.
Okay, the name canon wrong. Once that person called in, what, half an hour ago? That's, if you're upset, sorry. Answer your phone and return text. Okay, I don't know, or
Our
call
phone's
again.
dead charging because we've been out doing this.
All right, so that's fine.
So
Breakdown
BP
happened. He and I spoke to BLM on the phone.
Okay.
We gave them whatever miles into from the gate to tell him here. I gave the coordinates.
Touch
Get
anything
here,
you
and
want
then
part
the
of
coordinates are
discovery.
maybe
Let's
another
get in our
click down the
vehicles.
road.
We got a
Yeah.
spot to go search.
And that's what
You
got
didn't
messed
get
up.
all the information
Nope.
that he got.
So that's
He
fine.
screwed this
So
up.
the
Go
people
check
that
out and see if our intelligence is true and we find something else.
I got
Sooner or later, they'll have to work with us.